no way to say it enough. You've got to be the change you want to see. It's amazing how many people will call me in the newsroom and tell me what needs to be done, who's doing it, and how I can fix it. If you know about it, then you should be working to fix it. We all should do. You can call me and ask me to help, but we should all be working to make a difference. I want to welcome my guests who are here today. Dave Hopkins, who is a client of Mission Behind Bars and Beyond. Jessica also joined us, Jessica Lynch, also a client of Mission Behind Bars and Beyond, and Reverend Dean Bucalos. Did I say it right?
It's good.
Because I can mess up a name faster than anybody. Part of, again, Mission Behind Bars and Beyond. First, Reverend Dean, tell us what that is and why that's important.
Well, Mission Behind Bars and Beyond is a faith-based reentry program that has been started for about 7 or 8 years now. We discovered that a lot of folks who are incarcerated have a difficult time in making that transition from behind the bars to beyond the bars. And so we felt like that the faith-based communities needed to step up and work with those folks. And so we try to meet people behind the bars, begin a mentoring program. We form groups of 3 to 5 people to work with one individual who's returning to our communities. 95% of the people who are incarcerated are coming back into our communities. And so one of our goals is to try to make sure that they have the resources that they need, the support that they need, that they can make that successful reentry. And so our groups meet with folks like this once a week, stay in contact with them every day for 6 months to a year. And we've discovered that it's very successful, that it works. You'll hear that from them as they share some of their stories.
I know in the jails, there's, and I'm going to ask you, Jessica and Dave, it's not like they're working to make you a better person while you're in there. I'm just saying. They're not, and so here you are. And a lot of the things I think there can actually break your humanity. So what do you do when you step back in and you're not loving yourself? You might end up right back in there. Can you all share with me a little bit about your story and what this means? We'll start with you, Jessica. Go ahead.
For me, I'm 32 years old. I've been locked up in and out for the past 12 years, my oldest child's entire life. It's hard. Every time you go in and come right back out, it's the same thing. I'm the same person because nothing's changed. Mission Behind Bars and Beyond, they changed that for me and for my life. I was in a lockdown treatment facility, Dearson, over on West Oak Street, 2nd and Oak. And that's where I met my nurture support and accountability group, courtesy of D. Bucalos here. And it's completely different. They don't talk at you, as Dave and I were speaking earlier, but we're a person to them. We're not a number. We're not a statistic. We're not a mistake. We're not another junkie, addict, alcoholic. I am Jessica. And how can we help you do what you need to do so you can stay and become a better Jessica or David or whoever? It's not about putting us down. It's about helping us up and helping us out. It's not about, them giving us money. Like people like to think that, well, they enable and they co-sign. They don't. They hold us accountable. How can we help you? And why aren't you meeting your goals that you set? What's going on? And, it's like they're a therapist. They're a friend. And that's what they've been for me. I'm going to keep it for me because everybody's different. That's what they've been for me. I see my nurse support accountability group. I see them in my community, at my daughter's concerts, at the grocery store. So I can't hide. I can't meet with them once a week and say, oh, everything is great, and ignore the phone calls and call them back. I can't play that.
But you probably don't want to anymore.
No.
Either. Dave, for you, what did it mean?
You touched on it, Dawne. Prison it's absolutely what it's supposed to be. It's punishment. Well, I was in prison almost 25 years flat. I was never out. And when I thought about in 2002 getting out, I got a base of faith. I accepted Jesus and I started getting a relationship with him. And then I started meeting people that I thought would actually care. And prison, Behind Bars and Beyond, is different. They're friends. They're your friend. And they give you avenues that you can take. When I first come out, I figured, well, there's some do-gooders that's going to, say, hey, I'll help you out. they'll just go away. I got out August 1st of last year. Since that day, every day but the first week I was out before I was in the group, someone has called me. I have gotten my driver's license back. I have gotten a job. Nathan Brown of Old World Timber hired me. He's in the same situation. He made the company. It's Redeem and Reclaim Wood. And he made the company to help people, give people a second chance.
He's been on before.
He is awesome.
Wonderful.
The guy is awesome. The gentleman, the whole company itself it's incredible. Mission Bars Beyond, Donna, Carol, Mark, Reverend Dean. These people, there's not been one day that's gone by that somebody hasn't called me. And they tell me I'm doing great. You know, it's you have your, inside you have a personality. Everybody does. And you have to have worth. That's what these people are offering. They're offering you a chance and worth. And it's something that it's hard for me to even speak about without getting emotional. And I'm not a very emotional person.
That's okay. You can get emotional.
It's incredible. And what's the most incredible thing is they let you know in the end that, you know, this life, you're worth it. And the end thing I can say is, what's better? I mean, everybody wants to do this and that and other, and I see it. And I think everybody that helps is great. But would y'all rather people be out here in society without anyone, trying to make it on their own and not having any faith, not having Dean and the group that he supporting us?
Having you return to jail if you don't get it right. And
your taxes are paying it because of the mistakes that I make.
Yeah.
And I was in prison for the mistakes I made. I think this is the most awesome dynamic. When I go in, I sit down, I don't talk. They don't talk at me. They talk with me. And they've shared this the last 7 months of my life.
Okay, well, let's talk about, I know it's got to take some money to do what you do. Mission Behind Bars and Beyond is inviting you Friday, April 20th to one of the most unbelievable places. It's The Table. They feed folks and you pay them what you have or what you can, or you do a little work for your meal if you can't. They want everyone to have food. It's at 1800 Portland Avenue, but for this wonderful event for Mission Behind Bars, you can come. $35 or $50 for two. You can get a $200 table. Guest speakers will be there. John Tilley will be there. Live music, dinner, dessert. Reverend, did I miss anything? Invite everybody out. You got about 40 seconds here.
Well, it's a great event. It's an opportunity for us to celebrate, but also for those who come to be inspired. David and Jessica are going to speak a little bit more about their stories. We have some great music. The choir from the Dearson House is going to be coming and singing. We have a great program. The food at the table is wonderful. And we are so delighted to be able to partner with them because their ministry and mission is very compatible with what we're doing. Cup of Joy is providing our desserts, and they're fabulous. It's just a wonderful evening to celebrate. It's a time of joy as we continue to expand this ministry. We know that it works. We see the success stories all the time.
So proud of you all. I'm going to put this on my Facebook so you can see it. Please come out if you can. And thank you all. And Jessica and Dave, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
Doing well.
Very much.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be back.